Forget theory. This is the 2026 playbook. We're not talking about what's coming. We're talking about what's already here. No fluff, just the prompts that are completely changing the game. Okay, boom. Let's just start with this. This is prompt type 1, the impossible viral hook. A sushi roll that grows legs and gallops away like a horse. It's completely absurd, it's mesmerizing, and you absolutely cannot scroll past it. The sheer insanity of this idea is exactly why it works. And this is the whole point, right? Think about what it would take to actually make this shot. You'd need a whole team of VFX artists, weeks of rendering. Today, in 2026, it's just a few lines of text. This isn't just a cool prompt. It's a line item on a budget that just went from 50 grand to zero. So, how does a prompt like this actually work? This isn't just luck. It's not about throwing random words at the AI and hoping for the best. You have to understand, this is engineered virality. Let's pull back the curtain and look at the mechanics. Every single phrase here is doing some heavy lifting. Macro cinematography tells the model to just dump all of its computational power into the texture of the rice grains. Surreal physics. Well, that's the jailbreak. That's you giving the model permission to completely ignore reality. And high-speed tracking, this is the genius part. You're tactically using motion blur to hide any weird little glitches while the sushi transforms. It's a cheat code. It's a tactical masterpiece. And this kind of engineering isn't a one-off trick. There is a repeatable formula, an underlying structure that all the best prompts are built on. This is the secret sauce. This is how you get professional, predictable results every single time. It's called the 6-component protocol, and you have to do it in this order. 1, shot geometry, your camera, your lens. 2, the subject anchor, your main object. 3, temporal action, what's it doing? Then you layer on the environment, the lighting, and finally, the technical render specs. Following this exact order is everything. It guides the AI's focus, making sure every part of your vision gets the attention it needs. The days of vague, artsy prompts are over. Specificity is king now. Okay, so fine. Making a sushi roll run around is a great party trick. It's a brilliant technical hack. But this brings us to the central debate, the one that's happening in every single studio right now. Can these machines actually, direct? Can they understand subtext, dramatic timing? Can AI go beyond just creating these incredible visuals and actually make you feel something? I mean, that's the billion-dollar question, isn't it? And basically, two camps are forming. You've got the skeptics who say this is all just sophisticated digital puppetry. The model is just mimicking patterns from its training data. But then you have the believers, and they argue that no, something much deeper is going on. They say these models are actually starting to understand the language of cinema. And this right here, this is Exhibit A for the believers case. Look at this prompt. It's a classic film noir setup, but we're not just describing a picture. We're essentially writing a script and giving the AI directorial commands. This is the proof. The model knows what an over-the-shoulder shot is. It understands that specific camera placement. The syntax detective says that triggers a real lip sync engine. The AI is generating mouth movements that actually match the words. And crucially, it connects the command camera pushes in slowly with the dialogue to create dramatic emphasis. It understands storytelling cause and effect. It's not just generating pixels, it's interpreting direction. So yeah, the evidence is pretty overwhelming. AI is learning how to direct. With that in mind, let's get back to the toolkit. Here are a few more of the most powerful prompt types that pros are using right now. We're going to go rapid fire. First up, the hyper-real product shot. You use commands like 1000 FPS and freezing time. What this does is it separates subject time from camera time, so the camera can literally orbit a perfectly frozen splash of liquid. That single prompt just made high-speed robotic camera arms obsolete. Next, the consistent character. The workflow here is critical. You lock in a character's face using a CRF anchor. Think of it as a reference image that anchors their identity, then you prompt for the motion. But here's the pro move. You prompt for imperfections. Hands-held shake, unpolished lighting. Why? Because perfection looks fake. Imperfection is what bypasses our built-in AI radar and makes it feel authentic. And this one, oh man, this is a total game changer for documentaries. Synthetic archival footage. You don't just ask for 1920s New York. You prompt for specific temporal artifacts. Slight gate weave, Kodak Portra 400 film grain. These tiny details let you create B-roll that is texturally indistinguishable from real historical footage. So you take all of this together, the impossible physics, the AI understanding cinematic language, creating shots that defy any real-world equipment, it's all pointing to one massive, inevitable conclusion. And for the final piece of evidence, just look at the phantom FPV transition. This prompt is describing a shot that is physically impossible. A real camera cannot dive off a skyscraper and fly through the window of a moving car. But an AI camera, it can. And here's how it pulls it off. It's called the portal technique. Hyperspeed and all that motion blur hide the transition. The car window acts as a natural mask, a point where the model can swap the city dataset for the car interior dataset. And that continuous command? It forces the AI to just invent the frames needed to connect these two separate worlds. It's a camera that can pass through anything. And that perfectly illustrates the big idea here. The camera is no longer a physical object. It doesn't have limitations of size or weight or motion anymore. It's just a point of view that exists inside the AI's imagination. The camera has become pure thought. So it all comes down to this. As we head into 2027, what's the more valuable tool for any creator? A $10,000 camera or a 10,000-word vocabulary? That's what you should be thinking about. The new lens is language.